The Traxxas TRX4 is undeniably one of the best crawlers out there. Some people I'm sure will disagree, and if you follow the channel you'll know that I am not a Traxxas fan by any means. But you cannot deny that the TRX4 is a very good crawler. And I've sold mine about 5 minutes ago, in fact. Literally just sold it. The listing was only up about 5 minutes as well, so sold really quick. It's because I priced it well, like I do with most of my stuff. And the reason I've sold it is because I'm going to replace it with this FTX. Yes, I'm selling a Traxxas and I'm replacing it with an FTX. But this isn't just any FTX, this is their flagship Outback Tracker. 2-speed, portal axles, remote locking front and rear diffs. Sounds very similar to the TRX4, doesn't it? And that's why I'm keeping this instead of my Traxxas. I've got a TRX4 Sport, so no 2-speed box, no locking diffs on it, but still a very good crawler. So I decided the Bronco had to go, and the Tracker's going to get treated to some fine upgrades. So the first thing is the Hobbywing AXE system. This is a 3,300 kV, so a nice fast motor, 550 size, so plenty of power. Because it's a 2-speed box, gear it well in the low range. This thing is going to provide the perfect amount of power we need. 60 kilo brushless Demon servo. This thing is a monster. Some brass portal covers for the front. Nice bit of low down weight. Got a lot of weight up the front of this anyway because the motor and gearbox is all up the front, so it's gonna have even more. And we've also got a brass diff cover for the front. Got a nice alloy cover for the skid plate there. A couple of diff guards. And if you know your 4x4s, you'll know this is based off the Toyota Land Cruiser LC76, I think. And you can always rely on AliExpress to provide you with the goods. We've got some metal badges to make this an actual Toyota. So the first thing we've got to do with this is obviously get all the old electronics out. We'll get the motor, ESC and servo in first. Then we'll do the portals and the skid plate, and then we'll get the body badged up. So we've encountered our first problem. The shaft size. I guess that's your standard, is it 3.175 or something? And I'm pretty sure that's 5mm. So the stock pinion isn't going to get on there. And the smallest I've got with a 5mm shaft is that one, but it's not the right pitch. So I need to go find a pinion at a fit. I'm hoping I can get a 5mm one at a fit. If not, then yeah, we're going to have to go to plan B, which I haven't thought about yet. But anyway, servo's in. It's really easy to do actually. Servo's in, nice and quick. So before we sort the motor out, let's get the brass portal covers on. Hopefully this will go a little bit easier. Oh, it's nice to see some grease under portal axles for a change. Take the hex off, slide that out. Don't think they're sided. No, they won't be, will they? Bearings in, hope they go in square. Might need to give them a little love tap. Be careful doing this. I'm a trained professional. Slot that back through there. Nice to see they thought about this and left a little cutout in there so you can get your hex on. Now the question is the stock wheel going to fit over that? Didn't think about that, did I? Right, the moment of truth. Yes! Nice. There we go, brass portal. All I say is, just be careful tightening them up. I've tightened one and I didn't go that far and it's just turning now, so don't mess them up. Otherwise you might end up with a portal hanging off at some point in the future. So the diff cover should be relatively easy to do. I'm just taking this steering link off, which you can access through the top of that arch, like so. And it should be a case of just taking them 4 screws out. Voila. Metal remote locking diff there. Nice. That goes on there, doesn't it? Look at that. This skid plate looks like it's going to go over there really easy as well. It's just them 2 screws there. She is looking sweet underneath now. So I can't really do much more now until I get that pinion sorted. So I suppose we better look at getting these on. I think you have to stick them. I don't think they're sticky. So I'm also going to trim the arches. The issue I had on its stock run was the tyres rubbing on the arches. So I'm actually going to trim. So I'm probably going to take about 50% of the thickness off there, just to thin it down a bit to see if that helps. So they're on, not great. You do have to glue them. There's a bit you can see where the glue's dried on. You can probably clean that off. I went for the solid one rather than that one so that you didn't see all the glue around it. And again, that one just needs cleaning up. And then I've put them on the back. Just a small thing that makes it look a little bit nicer. arches trimmed, so the front ones sit right in there now, and the rear ones I've cut out actually more than I intended to, but just need to neaten them up a little bit. Just means we've got full clearance now. It means we won't get that annoying tyre scrub. Well, hopefully not anyway. And then finally we got a pinion. Stock one's 17, this is an 18 tooth. It's a mod 0.6, and I've bolted that in properly and checked it, and it meshes nicely. We are done, all in and running. This will run 3S, but at 3,300 kV. 2S is plenty, and I will show you that in a second. So I managed to just about squeeze this down here rather than having to put on there. Tucked it all in neatly. Unfortunately, we can't get the engine cover on now. I probably could have cut a few bits out and adapted it, but we'll maybe save that for something else. Right, I shall show you why I only need 2S. So nice slow crawling in low gear. Nice and controlled. And then we switch it to high gear, and it gets all fast and furious on us. Whoa. Open up the diffs. Whoa. I've not tried this yet, but I reckon when the diff's locked, we're pulling wheelies. Whoa. So, quick climb check. That is 52 degrees. I don't think I checked it without the upgrades, but 52 is a reasonable angle. And as you can see, done. Off the throttle there, drag brake holding it at that angle. That's pretty good. Let's get down slowly, if we can. There we go. Nice. Let's go, Tracker. So transmission's still quite noisy. It's not as noisy as it is stuck out the box with the brush motor. That Hobbywing Axe is actually a really quiet system. All the gears are metal in this, so it's quite noisy. I'm gonna go up top here. I'm at Springwoods RC today. When we brought this last time, we went deep down into the woods there. It's a bit wet, muddy, and lots of leaves about at the moment. And when I was here last time, I didn't get a chance to use, there's a nice little thing up here. And I want to test this out now. It's got that better weight distribution. This thing's so fast in second gear. I didn't get to try all this out. There's some really gnarly stuff on here, so we're going to see how we get on. So much more control with that Hobbywing. So much more. Come on. Oh, come on. I've got nothing really to reference on this, because I'm sure I've seen a TRX4 get up here like, oh, come on, yes. Woo. That was nice. I was just about to say, I've seen a TRX4 come up there, and obviously I sold my TRX4 for this. So I'm glad that we got up there as well. You can certainly tell it's got lower down weight now. Much more stable. Yes. Awesome. Nice little bridge here. Easy. Ah! I was messing about my gears and I hit reverse. Right, let's try it again. There we go. Well, this is definitely much better now, them upgrades. It was a good truck anyway, but now it's just that little bit nicer to drive. It looks good as well, doesn't it? That LC76. Nice. Slowly. Oh, I don't think so. Oh, that's difficult, and that's dry as well. Need a bit more wheel speed. Nope. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Save it. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah. Oh, a bit of wheel speed maybe. Yes! That's so good. Even without that Hobbywing Axe, I think them brass upgrades have made a huge difference. That's a bit that's a bit of a weird one. We're getting along there though. What are you doing? Oh, you messed that up, didn't you? I guess the only disadvantage to having all that weight up front is probably not going to go downhill very well. Let's try it. That is a nice tight angle around there. Oh, hooked up. Let's get up there. There we go. Oh, that's saved then. Saved by that side, I think. Oh, not too bad. I think it was saved a little bit though. Wow, it's not as bad as I thought. Gonna try and use that wood there to come down here. There we go. Yeah. Yes. Success. Well, what can I say? Those upgrades haven't been a massive improvement. Oh, look, straight up that time. Side hill, bit of side hill there. Cheers for watching, guys. All the links are in the description, and I'll see you next time.
Speed, 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 real speed, ramming speed, raw, naked speed, 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 speed and power, low power. Yeah. Feel the power of that. Speed is good for business. Speed, speed, speed.
That'd do.